Howdy folks, this is Duncan with Striker Trading, and today we continue on with the absolute unbelievable levels of lunacy that have continued to play out in our markets over the last several days, to include unprecedented rises in stock prices from companies that are fundamentally not doing as well as their share price might make you think they're doing. Today, Gamestop saw another ludicrous rise in its share price in the pre-market hours, hitting highs of over $363 a share in the pre-market hours before falling back down to the sub-$200 level, only to then again rise back up from the ashes and reach a new all-time high of $385 a share. And I honestly never thought we would ever be in a world where I would even be saying that sentence, but yet, here we are. With this continued madness, certain entities are beginning to take action against these unprecedented times, including some stock brokerages themselves. Today, we found out that TD Ameritrade restricted trading on Gamestop and on AMC within its thinkorswim trading platform, which is one of the most widely used stock and options trading platforms that exists today. Traders and investors found out this revelation when they opened their thinkorswim apps and were immediately presented with a full screen message that conveyed fear in the most vague ways possible. The message read, "In the interest of mitigating risk for our company and clients, we have put in place several restrictions on some transactions in GameStop, AMC, and other securities." What other securities? What restrictions do you mean? Why is my own brokerage telling me what I can and can't trade with my own money? Now, before we go any further, I want to make clear to everyone watching this that this is not a rant. This is not an anti-TD Ameritrade video, this is not an anti-thinkorswim video, and this is certainly not an anti-stock market video. I'm just a guy on YouTube pointing out the possible flaws of a brokerage taking such an action against its clients, as well as why this action, or why an action like this, could potentially be justified by the broker in the first place. And in the interest of full disclosure, I have an active IRA account and an active margin account with TD Ameritrade that I use almost every single trading day. It's a brokerage that I enjoy using, their charting capabilities are fantastic, their options tables are easy to read, and it's a platform that I've come to enjoy using and will continue to regularly use in the future. Now, what gets me really torqued about this whole situation is the complete lack of transparency on behalf of the broker, not only failing to state why they decided to restrict trading, but also the complete lack of an explanation of the specifics about what types of restrictions were put in place to supposedly protect the investors. And before you all rip me apart telling me that they said the why in the first sentence, simply stating mitigating risk for our company and clients is an extremely vague statement that is accompanied by an even vaguer context for which it was even said in the first place. This message to account holders is so vague that it could literally mean any number of things. What restrictions were put in place? What if an investor was holding a certain position and wanted to exit that position, but they weren't able to get out of that position because certain types of trading were temporarily banned on the platform? What if an investor sees a position moving against them and they want to cut their losses by getting out of the position, but they can't do so because of these restrictions? How is this protecting the investor? Now, please excuse my potential ignorance in regards to the specific types of restrictions that are or are not in place. It may very well be the case that only very specific types of trades were temporarily suspended, or perhaps it's even a larger variety of riskier positions that an investor might take that were currently halted. At the time that I'm making this video, we don't know the full extent of these restrictions yet, and as a very avid day trader, swing trader, and investor that risks my own personal capital in these volatile markets, I don't believe it would be out of the realm of unreasonableness for a broker to simply explain to their clients what specific actions they intend to take to protect the interests of the broker and investors by temporarily halting trading on certain stocks. And the thing is, I'm not even angry or mad that certain trading was suspended. I'm just disappointed that we as the investors and traders were kept out of the loop as to why and what specifically was being done in these restrictions. I understand that brokerages have to take certain actions to protect their own interests as well, and I fully support their right to do so. For example, I'm willing to wager right now that a potential reason for TD to be restricting certain types of trading on GameStop and AMC and other potentially highly volatile stocks is that the amount of margin that its clients are using to enter into certain trades or certain positions on these stocks may have reached a level that is either unattainable for TD Ameritrade to support, or it is simply too risky for them as a broker to undertake, having so much margin out on certain underlying stocks, especially ones that are so volatile, as the potential for a significant drawdown on some of these stocks is extremely high. And if that were the case, I will back TD Ameritrade 100% on that decision. Margin equity that its clients uses to trade and invest is literally the broker's own money. So I believe it is well within their right to do any margin restricting that they see fit, and no one really has any reason to tell them otherwise, especially me. Now, the issue here is that restrictions were put in place on their clients' own money in their own accounts on their own positions, to personally include myself. I had a very rough time getting out of some trades on Gamestop today. But who is a brokerage to tell me what I can or can't invest in with my own money? People lose money in volatile stocks all the time. So who is any broker to tell their clients what they can or can't invest or trade in with their own money? It's not their money. I wasn't even using margin today, even though I have a margin account. Now, I was personally fortunate enough today to be able to enter and exit the majority of my positions without a ton of hassle, although some of my positions began to be very difficult to get into and out of, and I ended up having a missed opportunity on AMC when I was not able to enter into any options positions at any strikes for any expiration period for quite some time, except for this one AMC trade I got into right after market open when I bought the $5 call strike for $7.74 when AMC was trading for north of $16, and I immediately had a profit on the trade since my break even was $12.74, almost $4 whole dollars under what the current market price was for the common shares. But, alas, I still made money today on all three of my accounts that I traded, and I'm just going to let the past be the past. As far as today goes, we may see as time goes on what exactly these types of restrictions were in the first place, and it may shed some light on the cloud of vagueness that has been left on so many traders today. Well, folks, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I really do appreciate it. If you feel yourself having a continued interest in following the content on this channel, please feel free to subscribe to this channel, Striker Trading, so you won't miss any new content. You can also follow me on my personal social media accounts, including my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all linked below. If you want to get 4 free stocks for your trading adventures, use the link down below in the description to sign up for Webull, and you'll get 4 free stocks valued up to $1,600 when you deposit $100 into your Webull account. Also, if you want to earn $5 to start your Acorns account, follow the link below to create your own account on Acorns and have your money automatically invested for you every month. I love Acorns. I've been using it for well over a year, and I've gotten some fairly nice returns on my money invested through the app so far. Again, thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Deuces.